This game is played between Garry Kasparov and Jordan van Foreest. Kasparov's ELO rating is 28.01 and Jordan's ELO rating is 26.22. The opening is a Scottish game. Kasparov is playing white, Jordan is playing black. E4. E4 is a book move. E5 is also a book move. Controls D4 and F4. Knight F3. Knight F3 is an excellent move. Controls the center. Knight C6. Knight C6 is also a book move. And it defends the E5 pawn. D4. D4, this indicates the start of a Scott game. E into D4. Knight into D4. Knight F6. Knight F6 is a book move. This attacks the E4 pawn. Knight into C6. Knight into C6. B into C6. E5. E5 is a good move. White is trying to drive away the knight. Queen E7. Queen E7 is an excellent book move. It pins the pawn and so that he cannot attack the knight. Queen E2. Queen E2 defends the pawn. Knight D5. Knight moves away from the attack and it is a book move. C4. C4 is also a book move attacking the knight. Queen B4 check. Knight D2. Prevent the check and it is a very good move. Because later the knight can move to F3 or B3. Both are good moves. Knight F4. Knight F4 attacking the queen. Queen E3. Queen E3 attacks the attacker. Knight G6. Knight G6 is a very good move because it protects the king side also. Bishop D3. Bishop D3 is a excellent move. Attacks the knight so that black will get a doubled pawn and the doubled pawns are weak in the endgame. Bishop D3. Bishop C5 is played. Queen G3. Black castles. Also Kasparov. Benefit of castling, king is moved to a safer square and rook is developed. D6. D6 is a very good move. If white plays E into D, C into D eliminates the doubled pawn. Eliminate the doubled pawns. Knight B3. Knight moves to a excellent square as described earlier. Knight into E5. Knight into E5 is a mistake. Let us see why. A3. A3 drives away the queen. Queen B6. Queen B6 is best. Knight into C5. Knight into C5 is a very good move because it removes one of the attacker by the black. Queen into C5. Bishop E3. Bishop E3 is a great move attacking the queen and the queen has only lesser places to move. Queen A5. Queen A5 is a good move. B4. Continues to attack the queen. Queen A4. Queen A4 is a good move, but still better is Queen A6. Bishop D4. Bishop D4 is a good move because the knight cannot move. If knight moves, queen into G7 checkmate. F6. F6 is a great move. It protects the knight as well as avoids the mate threat. Bishop into E5. Bishop into E5 is a waste move, losing a strong bishop to a weaker knight. F into E5. F into E5 is a good move. Creates a pawn chain. Also brings the rook to attack the king. F4. F4 is the best move since after pawn into pawn, rook into pawn and rook into rook, queen into rook and rook A F1 use a strong attack for white. Bishop F5. Bishop F5 is a good move. This eliminates the strong bishop which is attacking the king side. F into E5. Bishop into D3. Queen into D3. D into E5. All these are all equal trades. Queen D7. Queen D7 is a very good move because queen occupies the 7th rank. Queen B3. Queen B3 is wasted. Queen is moving away from the place where action is taking place. Queen into C6. White grabs 3 pawn. Queen E3. Queen E3 check is a very good move. king h1, king moves to safety, king h8, king h8 is a waste move not required at this juncture. Rook f1, rook f1 is an inaccuracy. Queen c3, queen c3 is a waste move. Queen moves to a bad square where it has got lesser mobility. Queen into c7, second free pawn. Kasparov takes rook a c8. This is a mistake. Now this queen can take another third free pawn. Queen into a7. Queen into a7 is a very good move. This is the third free pawn. Rook into c4. Rook into c4 is a good move. h3. h3 gives breathing space for the king, but at this juncture, since the rooks are there in the first rank, this is not required. Rook cf4. Rook cf4 is a waste move. As long as the first row is defended by the rook, this rook is inefficient. Queen c5. Queen c5 is a good move, but there is queen e3 as shown. But queen c5 are also good. Queen b2. Queen b2 is a waste move. Queen into e5. Queen into queen is with the queen into queen, white wins easily because of the two passed pawns on the a and b5. Queen b3. Queen b3 is good move. Queen e3. Queen e3 is an inaccuracy. Queen into rook is better because black cannot play rook into queen because of the last rank knight. Queen c4 defending the rook. Instead of that, queen 7 is still better. Rook a c1. Rook a c1 is a very good move attacking the queen. Queen f7. How queen moves to the correct place. Queen g3. Queen g3 is a very good move. h6. h6 is a good move. King gets a breathing space. b5. White start moving the passed pawns. Queen d5. Queen d5 is not a good move. Queen b7 is the correct move as shown. a4. The passed pawns started moving, which is dangerous for black. Rook into a4. Rook d1. Now white makes a mistake to move the rook to the 7th flank. As rook f5 is a mistake, now the pawn can move. b6. b6 is a very good move. Rook g5. Rook g5 is bad because of b7. Queen into b7. Queen into g5. Queen into g5 is an excellent move. Instead of that, rook e8 wins easily. But anyway, we will see the follow-up moves after queen into g5. After pawn into queen, rook into queen. White has two rooks on the board against only one for black. So this is an easy win for a grandmaster chess. Therefore, black resigns after queen into g5. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe so that you can see many more beautiful games of these world champions. Thanks for watching once again.